Welcome to the Light Renegades. My name is Starr. Today I have a message from the Galactic Federation of Light, which we call our fractal of the Galactic Alliance. We were made aware that sometimes the Galactic Federation were compromised, so we decided to call our alliance the Galactic Alliance. And actually, I've been guided to share that this was an Arcturian that stepped forward. A collective of Arcturians that work for the Galactic Federation of Light came forward to share this message with me. And this was very early on in the hours of Sunday morning. And I was in a space this weekend. I was away this weekend. I hope everyone had a great weekend who was in real time, by the way. I was away this weekend and I was in a space where energy is incredibly active. There was a lot of deep history in the space. And, you know, I was energetically pulled left, right, and center, but not in an obvious way. It wasn't until Sunday morning when I woke up incredibly early, and I even forgot that it was going to be a full moon in Gemini on the Monday today. And the moon was so bright, and I thought there is no coincidences why I am in this spot and find myself, here at this time. And I will share a little bit more about that after I've channeled this message, just because I feel like there are some things that actually mirror what this message, has been sharing, will be sharing with you. But I wanted to share that how this message came through, me reading it back today. I didn't look through it after channeling it really early, and I went down for some energy work on Sunday morning, but I came to it today and I thought this feels incredibly cold, and almost like lacks an energy of empathy or emotion. And I realized that this was happening when I first started to be able to communicate with other beings. I was in the realms of spirit. This galactic energy didn't come in for at least up to 2 years from me, starting my journey to where I find myself now. And energy started to come through, and it felt real crushing in nature and just incredibly cold. And I thought, I don't like this. Something's trying to speak to me, and I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. But that was actually my Pleiadian family stepping forward to try and speak to me. But my own energy was incredibly dense at that time that it just felt crushing to me. And yeah, this vibration of the Arcturian energy always feels very mental. I guess mentally grabbing for me. And when I sat with it today, I thought, oh no, I understand this energy, I recognize this energy. And they stepped forward to say, yes, it was fractal of the Arcturians, but I wasn't told that at the time of the channeling. I just knew it was going to be a Galactic Alliance, a message from the energies that came forward. But today's message is called Contact, and it is very lengthy, everyone. Please bear with me. And yeah, it definitely comes through in a different energy as well. So I'd be curious to see how this translates for you as well, those that are viewing it now. But they started with, hello, dear ones. It has been some time since we have been with you, and our apologies. Please know that we are always surrounding those that seek guidance from us, and we are with you every step of the way. There have been many disheartened of late of the lack of any way to describe verbal communication from us. We wish to clear a few perhaps misconceptions surrounding this, given where we find ourselves in our life's evolution. We are, in fact, as many of you know, at a crossroads. Those that are ready to be making more significant changes, and those that will take this road a loop around just at a slightly slower pace. Neither are right nor wrong. It is just what it is. Many of you at this time are craving for us to speak with you. Yet we speak with you every day. So many rush by, do not listen, do not truly take in the signs we are sending. Many of you ask us to be closer to you. We have been. That increased blow of wind. Perhaps it was a bird that stayed particularly long perched on the tree next to you by the beach or the park, or the spider in a corner of a room that has made home for the winter nights, or the insect you are so easily ready to bat away when it gets too close for comfort. Do you see? We are everywhere, dear souls. There isn't just one way for us to communicate with you. We would like to point out that whatever you have been seeking from us, as soon as you have it, you will be on to the next. I'm going to read that again. We would like to point out that whatever you have been seeking from us, as soon as you have it, you will be straight on to the next. It is actually safer at this time for many to not be in verbal communication with us. We are sure you can understand why this is the case. We know this perhaps will not be what you wish to hear, and also there are many implications that go alongside this factor. Please do not think for a second that we are not close by your side. We are with you at all times. We are with you in each interaction, in each sighting of something beautiful, each thing that makes you smile. We crafted that experience for you. Though it may seem small at the time, we wish for you to start to tune into the frequencies of everything that you receive from this world and your life. Every minute detail has been so divinely guided, and you know this in your heart to be the truth. So rest assured, knowing we are always with you. We know that everything right now feels in chaos, out of balance, and of course we understand that warrants the desires for us to be speaking with you. But we promise there is a method to this way of communicating, and it is the most efficient way for growth and expansion where you find yourselves right now at this time. There are always so many questions, we know, yet we wish to share that each question you can indeed answer for yourselves. You know the way, you know the path. You already paved each and every inch of your life for yourselves. It is playing out exactly just for you. We know that so many have struggled here this lifetime in the most extreme ways, and at times this truly makes no sense as to why it was or the way that it happened when you seemingly did nothing wrong or deserved to warrant such an interaction. We know when we say you chose this that it perhaps is the most heart-wrenching experience of your life waking thus far, and believe us when we say we take no joy in disclosing this information to you. Yet we think that in time all will become clear. No matter how extreme we believe you will be grateful to have gone through what you have, for you will have grown. You will be able to support others whom have perhaps gone through similar heroes' journeys and will pull them back from the brink of something tragic. Or because they met you and you can say, it's all going to be okay. Look, I made it. You will grow from this and I can help you. Do you see? You are the way showers. You are here to help others expand on their journeys and pathways for the greater good of all. We are all as one. This is why we are helping so many of you, so many we know from previous incarnations, so many we are grateful to have stepped forward and said, yes, I can do this. I will be here for this exact time. I am ready. I am able. I know I can do this. This is exactly why many have fallen into such seemingly horrifically hard times with this incarnation. You knew you could fight your way out of the darkness. You knew that you could and would hold the hands of others to pull them out of the mud and the darkness, so that they too can set themselves free. We do not wish for you to feel left out in the cold. It is far from it. We promise that someday, soon, hopefully, you'll be able to look around and smile, for you know you are exactly where you are supposed to be, and your life has not been here to hurt or harm, but rather to aid you in your growth and the expansion it takes to truly be able to hold others. Dear mothers and fathers, caregivers of all kinds of families, especially small children and the elderly at this time, your pathways hold such intricate details that bring forward such essential notions of acceptance, of expansion to pass on to those that need your support. We wish to say that you are doing the most. You are doing the most just as you are. Please do not think you are not enough. We know that your life, true life's work, can feel unappreciated or unnoticed by many, especially those that are around you that you care so deeply for. We are by your side, cheering you on each and every single day. No task is too large for you to handle. We know this may seem like a small consolation prize. However, this in fact is a gift in itself. You always know the ways to figure it out, to make it work. And yes, we have a slight hand in that too at times. However, be grateful for who you are, your soul's knowledge, for it is always you that truly allows you to leap and soar and prosper. We love you, dear souls, allies, friends. We are with you every single day, every second of the day. Please remember this. And sorry that was so disjointed, everyone. I've had quite a day. I filmed 2 videos in one, so you might want to go and check out the darkness video alongside this, because I feel like there is some correlation. And yeah, I speak a little bit about interacting with, energies that don't necessarily make sense in our real time, and those synchronistic moments that happen, we so often can just brush past and not think that that's a sign, because we're not used to communicating with beings on such a what seems like such a slight way. And I was having conversations this weekend trying to, kind of explain how my journey started to come about. And, it really took me back to the beginning. And I was remembering about 6 years ago, when I just felt like life was speaking to me and I didn't know exactly what it was, but I would see something and I would think that's a message for me. And I perhaps didn't know exactly what it meant at the time, but I saw it and I'd be like, that's for me. And I didn't know how to make that make sense. And, when I tried to make it make sense to other people at those times, people were just like, we don't understand. But, clearly it must be something for you if you feel like it. And I think this is what the message is coming forward today, from this message from the GA and, the fractal of the Arcturians, is just to remember that some things that we might consider to be small, like, the insects that are just too close to us sometimes, and it's really funny because I think not this summer just gone, but the summer before, I would have insects, be on my pages of my books every time I go out in the garden and on my notes, to the point where they were getting in the way of me actually trying to, make notes. And I think I would make the association that it was my teams of light, but somewhere I almost couldn't believe that to be the truth. And that might seem like a real strange thing to say, because I can speak to beings, but sometimes when it comes through not in that way, it's easier to brush it off. So please remember that, everyone. And the message is saying that it's not necessarily safe for everyone to be communicating with their guides in a verbal way at this time. And I'm definitely evidence of that. Those that have been here witnessing my journey, there has been a lot that's been at stake with regards to my energy and what I'm bringing forward, and how important it is, but also how fragile my physical vessel has been trying to bring forward this information too. I'm very much a soul that deals with the energy, a real physical standpoint, and it's been quite a lot for me to deal with, being able to be in communication with beings in this way. And that's not with regards to everyone, but that's where I find myself, and I feel like many of the collectives that are watching, we are on a similar path, so your pathway perhaps would look quite similar to mine. And I honestly would say that I wouldn't necessarily wish what I've been through on anyone at this point, to be honest with you, anyone. And I'm incredibly grateful for everything I get to communicate with, but it has come at some price, some cost. I can't deny that. So I think the teams wanted to make you aware. Sorry, I've got so much energy coming in. The teams wanted to make you aware that the way that they are communicating with you is the safest option at this time, where we find ourselves in such a dense fabric of everything. And the darkness is coming to light. So I think it's actually incredibly difficult to differentiate the energies. And that was something that I fell short on. Well, not necessarily fell short on, but I was tricked by beings early on in my journey. That was something that I had to go through, beings of darkness coming forward and pretending to be other people's energies, and pretending to just pretending to be other souls, that I fell for, because I didn't know, exactly what I was looking out for. And that has been part of my journey, to understand and differentiate those energies so that I can protect myself. So remember that, everyone. Remember these like small insignificant things, like, a gust in the breeze, is your teams of light communicating with you, and just look for the little things. And I've always been someone that said about myself, I've been very thankful that I receive such pleasure in the small things in life. And now I realize that, perhaps it's not me that receives such a small pleasure in the things, but it's it's me energetically understanding at my Pleiadian level that the small things are actually the biggest things, because it's teams of light speaking to us, everyone. But I think that's all I wish to share for today. I will be back tomorrow. With whom, I'm not entirely sure. Alistair's energy has been, it's been a little bit all over the place, everyone. So for those that are in real time, I might be back tomorrow with Crow. I will let you know, I think, is what I want to share with that. But that's all for today, everyone. Please do take care. And if you do have any questions, do not hesitate to shoot those over, and leave comments, if you feel called to be, speaking with us, Light Renegades, and interacting, at a much deeper level. We would love that. And please do, share any of this information with others that you feel like, might be interested in these realms, and, perhaps at the precipice of making big changes in their life. I know that the teams are very, they're really excited for what's to come, you know, for so many of us. And I know it feels quite heavy, it feels quite dense for a lot of us right now because we've been dealing with such big things, such heavy energies. But there is a lot of excitement too behind the scenes, as much as it is, you know, darker in some spaces. Teams of light are really excited for how much we've been doing, how much work we've been putting in, and you know, we are being gifted. And remember, it's a small thing sometimes, everyone. We are trained, we have been molded, we have been manipulated to be looking at the big things and thinking that is the only way to enjoy life, when actually it's the most simple of pleasures, it's the most simplest of interactions with the universe that perhaps are the most fruitful and abundant. In fact, you know, it's not about all the monies in the bank, but it's about the time spent with others and the community and interactions with beautiful souls that are around you. But yeah, that's all for today, everyone. Take care, and I'll be back real soon.